Pruning the vine at planting. This vine needs to be trained on a structure to produce fruit. For collector Vincent Zeer, pruning starts from the first year. The bare root plant can be planted all year round, in winter as well as in summer. The difference is that when planted in summer, during the growing season when the vine is active, there will be leaves on it. You shouldn't prune it at the time of planting. You should only prune them after the leaves have fallen. On the other hand, if you plant them in winter, during the dormant period, you can prune them right when you plant them. On the young plant, we'll leave only 2 buds to grow 2 strong shoots, as big and long as possible to start forming the trunk. If all buds grow, we'd get small shoots, 5 to 15 centimeters most. By removing most buds and leaving 2, all root energy focuses on them, forming shoots that can grow up to 2 meters by year's end. We leave 2 for a main shoot and a backup, managing vigor to avoid one overly large shoot. The next year, we'll choose 1 shoot to form the trunk and remove the other. It also helps to manage the vigor a bit to avoid having just 1 shoot that's too big to use properly for forming the trunk. So the following year, we'll choose one of those 2 shoots to form the trunk, and we'll get rid of the other one. This is a plant that is at the end of its 2nd year. The shoot is no longer developing. It's well lignified, so the wood is nicely matured. By planting this plant, we can already leave a small shoot starting next year. During winter, the plants are in their dormant phase, so there are no more leaves. So we can see this year's shoot, and we can also see the buds, the winter buds that will start growing again next year. So all these buds are fruitful and will produce shoots with grapes on them, except for the buds at the base. So if you cut back to 2 buds, you'll just get 2 shoots without any grapes on them. These shoots will allow you to have a strong enough growth and to form the trunk for the following year. And at that point, the following year, you'll have grapes on all the buds that are on that shoot. If you prune, right from the first year of planting, a half shoot, and if it's long enough and well lignified, instead of leaving the 2 buds at the bottom, you'll leave the 2 buds at the top, keeping them in the fruitful zone. And there, you'll automatically have grapes on it. You should remove all the others that grow at the bottom as they appear. You tie these 2 to a stake as far as they grow. You can keep the grapes on it, but a good tip is not to keep more than 2 grapes the first year on your young plant. When you have a sufficiently long lignified shoot, you can prune it to its upper part. So we prune it like I just did. We plant the young plant. We tie the shoot to a stake, and we just wait patiently for the buds to start growing. This will happen from late April to early May, depending on the regions. We wait for the young green shoot to be about 10 to 15 centimeters long, and we'll keep the 2 highest buds on the shoot. On this one, you'll have small flower clusters that will produce grapes. You'll remove all the others at the bottom by hand, just breaking them off at the base. The fruiting pruning is done every year.